Hello there guys, I know we're a little bit late, I've had a very busy weekend, but this is K74 Rivals and this week we are going over to Legoland, so get yourself in here, go to your Lego Rivals, it's on Road Race and it is, when I see it I'll remember, but I can't remember what the hell it was. Right, hang on, it's not that one, it's not that, Falcon Speedway Sprint, that sounds familiar. Oh no, it isn't. It's Falcon Arrowhead Circuit. I bet all those people that know what it was thinking he's going to get it wrong again. So it's this one, for sure. Absolutely, 100%. Let's get back over there. Right, so it's Falcon Arrowhead Circuit. And guess what, guys? I know what class it is. It's B. So get yourself in here on B class. I will have a look at the rivals, see how everybody's doing. I think a few people have probably had the chance to do this already because I'm a bit late. It's already Tuesday. So if I pop over to the club, there we go, almost a full board. So I'm going to take Red Rabbit 333 with the Volkswagen Golf, and their time is a 120. I think I'm going to beat them because it's a dirty 120, and I'm going to get a clean lap, and I will continue until I get a clean lap. So that's going to be my rival, but we've got up there already, Arrowhead is number 1 in the world. We've got Fraser 1972 at 6, and we've also got Daz at 9. So we've got 3 people in the top 10. Everyone else doing pretty good. We're pretty high up there on the leaderboards. So what car do I want? So a lot of people going in the Renault Clio, the Forza Edition one. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what my B class cars are, and we'll pick one. I like this car quite a lot actually. Look at that, how can I not take this? I think I'm going to have to. I do love this car. Right, I've definitely got to go with that, but we'll see what else we've got available anyway. So nope, that's enough. We're going back to the Alpha, come on. Right, here we go, we're going in this, obviously. Right, see what we can do. As long as I post a clean lap, I am going to beat my rival, so I'm feeling pretty confident. So I'm just going to go around reasonably steady to make sure that I can do that. Fortunately, this one is a lap, so you can just keep going around and around and around, which I prefer. I tend to do about 50 of these, but whenever it's an A to B, I never really get into it. So, let's grab a bit of my drink, and we're off. I can't remember whether my car's in automatic or manual. I think it's in automatic at the moment. Yes, it is. All right. 120.9 to beat. So as long as I'm in the 120s, I should be fine. I'm just keeping my eyes on the mini-map to make sure I'm going to be slowing down in time for any corners that might be a bit nasty, like this one, for instance. Slowed down a bit too much there. I quite like this track. It's quite nice. Doesn't feel like you're in Legoland because there's not much Lego going on around here, and I don't really like the Lego that much. Oh, that's nasty. So I've slowed down a lot there to avoid a collision. I want a clean lap. I just want a clean lap. We've got a nasty bend coming up here. It is banked, which is going to help us a little bit. We're fine, we're fine. My rival is quite far behind me. I can see them on the mini-map. Only got a couple of corners left to go, so as long as these are clean, we're home and dry. Look how much it lets you cut the corners. Final straight, and it's in the bag. There we go. We have beat our rival. So there we go. Red Rabbit 333. Done on the first lap. I didn't expect to beat them on the first lap from it being a better time, but I did expect to get a clean lap, so that's quite good news. So I'll take my next rival, see who it is, and have a little crack against them. Sloping Wolf, 10 seconds, you're having a laugh? That's not going to happen. That certainly ain't going to happen. No thanks. Right, I will have a look at what cars other people are using and possibly change from this Alpha to something that's a little bit faster. But I'm not going to make up 10 seconds, am I? Come on, let's be honest. From my worst to my best lap, there's not going to be 10 seconds unless I hit something and stay still for a while. Right then, let's have a look. So let's get over to the rivals. And we're in B class. Get over to the club and see what you guys are doing. I know I looked already, I'm just refreshing my memory. Right, so we have the Renault Clio Forza Edition, seems to be quite popular. Not sure what tunes you're all using on that, of course, but I might have to have a crack on that. So let's have a look at the Renault Clio Forza. Ah, look at that, Sloping Wolf is also in the Alpha. Oh, with 10 seconds? That makes me feel a bit shit. I was thinking, well, because I've chosen this car, perhaps I'm a bit slower, but you've chosen exactly the same car, probably with exactly the same tune, and you're 10 seconds ahead of me. So that's a little bit embarrassing. Let's go on this Renault Clio Forza Edition and see what we can come up with. So I will choose you as my rival. We'll go in the B class, and we'll go into the Renault Clio. I'm pretty sure I've got it. No idea what tune is on it at the moment. So let's pop over to Renault. Which, yes, it is there. Thank goodness. So, but not the Forza Edition. Ah, so I've probably got it, but I've probably got a different tune on it. Ooh, wonder about this Daytona. I might have a crack with that. See how we get on with this. Probably not as well as the Alpha, but I'll give it a go. I'm going to have to be a little bit earlier on my braking this time because this car has got terrible brakes. And I forgot to turn my streamer mode on, which is why she's dancing to music for a change. But I'm not just sure if that song really, really matters. And I do have my radio turned all the way down, so it might be okay. Right, here we go. Oh, it's laps, isn't it? So you can have, you can cut off loads of time by having a thingy bob. A flying start instead of a standing start. Well, we've hit the wall already. But now I have remembered that I can actually start faster. I'll do a couple of laps and see if I can knock 10 seconds off. Now it's actually achievable, whereas before it certainly wasn't. I hadn't thought about that. And I've got to get used to this shit car as well. I might end up going back to the Alpha. I really like that Alpha. It's got such nice handling. And this hasn't, but this was really fucking expensive, so I'm using it. I want to get my money's worth. I mean, I've only taken it out a couple of times, so it's about 4 million credits per time driving at the moment. And that's not good. Or I'll make it pay for itself. So if I can do a few laps on here and get myself some credits from doing laps on here to chip away at the 8 million that I spent on this car. Right, then here we go. A flying start this time. So that's obviously a lot better than what I was doing before. We do have to brake pretty damn early on this car, we really do. Not that much though. That was terrible. That's the corner I have trouble with on the first lap as well. Had trouble with on the first lap. So yeah, I have to keep my eyes on that one. And then of course we've got this coming up, which I've broke a bit too late on. But we're okay, we got away with it. And we've just got 2 corners to go. Right, it is almost 5 o'clock, so I'm not going to have very long. As you all know, Filippo gets home from school at 5, so I've got to keep my eyes on the clock. So what we got? On a 1:13, so I'm still quite some distance off. Bloody miles off. Come on. I've definitely got better acceleration and top end on the straights, but there's a lot of corners on this track, so perhaps this car is not wise. Maybe I should get back in the Alpha, because this is there's too many corners for this car. The braking is absolutely terrible, the handling is terrible, and this is not a track with that many big long straights, really, is it? So yeah, not the wisest of decisions going with the Daytona. And I'm forgetting to feather the accelerator, which you absolutely have to do on this car because the handling is shocking. Right, so 113, we're going to chip a tiny bit off that. We're on a 112.2. Come on. Should have took that just as a double apex, really, shouldn't I? Would have been a lot better than what I did. Go around the corner, slow down, go in a straight line, go around the next corner. That's really not the fastest way round two corners that are reasonably close together. Oh man, the turning on this car is like a barge. What I do like about this car is once you've been driving it for a while and then you get back in the Alfa feels amazing. It feels like a Formula 1 car. It just sticks to the floor. So yeah, that's one of the best features in this car, getting out of it and going in something else, which doesn't really say much for this car, does it? I'd be pissed off if I'd bought one for 8 million in real life. I really would. Now that feels a bit slower. We're on 9, 10, 11, 12 point something higher than 12.2, so not worth it. And we are sliding around quite a bit. Well, as you guys probably know, now that we're on one that's got laps, you can expect me to be uploading a shitload of videos on this and be doing about 50 laps per time. You know what I'm like. If it's a point to point, you probably get one video of me saying, right, this is the Rivals, see you next week. But if it's one of these, you get a lot. So yeah, I do get a little bit carried away, but I do absolutely detest loading screens. So if I have to wait through loading screens for each lap, I'm probably just going to do one lap. But when it's like this and you can just keep going and keep going, I quite like it. I quite like trying to chip away. Oh, I'm sliding, trying to chip away a little bit at a time and get it a little bit better each time. It is quite addictive, but not when you've got to sit for a bloody annoying loading screen each time. That's just annoying as hell. So yeah, that's the difference. If you was wondering what the difference is on my videos to do with Rivals events, why sometimes I spam my channel to death and then other times I just do one, that is it. So we've got a 112.2. I'm going to get myself back in the Alfa and have another crack on that. So we will quit the event so that we get our credits, otherwise we won't get any money. Is that right? Or is that wrong? Yeah, that's right. It's been so long since I did one of these that were laps. Right, so I do want to bring it, but I want to change my car, which you won't let me do unless I go out and come back in, which is a bit annoying, because now I've got to sit through a loading screen again. I should check the time. Okay, it's not as late as I thought it was, so we've got a quarter of an hour before the school bus gets here. That's good news. Forza loading screens are a nightmare. They really do take a long time. So I'm going in this car this time. Whoops, wrong button, because I'm in automatic, aren't I? So it's a different button. Right, Rivals. B-Class. There it is. Bring it on! 6 seconds. So I've shaved 3.5 seconds off, and we are sticking with this. Right, a little bit fairer, both in the same car. I'm guessing we've probably both got a tune that if it isn't the same, it's going to be damn similar. Right, let's go. I really should be putting it back in manual, shouldn't I? Oh, it already sounds better. I prefer the sound of this engine. I prefer everything about this car. Apart from its straight line speed, that's a little bit better in the Daytona. Be braking a little bit later because this car's actually got good brakes. Ooh, shit. Trying to peer over my microphone pop filter so I can see the mini map. I really should be a little bit more careful about where I position the mic. I reckon with a couple of laps I should be able to shave off another second at least from my Daytona time, because there's a lot of corners on this track. A lot of corners. It really does let you it really lets you cut those corners quite a lot, don't it? I think I'm going to be doing a bit of that. Right, so 113.4 from a standing start. Obviously we want to get a lot better than that. Feels like I'm hitting the top end a little bit too quickly. Ooh, I was looking at the bloody speedo there. Just a little bit late on my brakes. So he's going a little bit better. I can still see him. I can't normally see him by this part of the track, so that's a good sign. Unfortunately, I can see him in front of me, not in my rear view mirror. That'd be a better sign, but then I'd probably crash. You cut straight across there, look. God, that's generous. It shouldn't let you do that, should it? And across this one. Right, so 109.3, so a lot faster in this by cutting out half of the track off. I don't think it's got anything to do with this versus the Shelby. I think it's more to do with the fact that I'm driving a shorter track, a shorter go on. A shorter distance by cutting corners quite a lot. It's a little bit cheeky, but if it's going to let me get away with it, I'm going to do it. It's not that strict, is it, really? This is the one where I'm messing it up. I've got to pull this in a lot faster. That's better. Stay on the accelerator. You'll do it. You'll do it. I let go. I lifted just a little bit. I didn't believe in myself. We're on 109.3, 7, 8, 10, bollocks. Oh, sliding sideways. That's so bad. You've got to keep your wheels turning forward. Sideways is slow ways. This is the corner that's causing me problems. God, you can cut so much of that. You really can. Didn't do me any favours though, really, did it? But you certainly can cut a lot of that corner. There's a line through there that is going to be a lot quicker than the one I'm doing. He's right off the track there, look, right in the grass. Right, this one should be quicker. 5, 6, 7, 17.7, that's better. Keep one wheel on that bank, help me around. Okay, gotta be careful here. I lifted. In my head I was going, don't lift, don't lift, don't lift, and I lifted. I should have just shut up. So it's nice and wide, see if I can cut back in. Nah. Well, we're chipping away gradually. We've got a 107.5. I'm going to stop at that because I've got a shitload of stuff to do today, but I am going to be doing a lot of laps in here, probably in this car. But at 107.5, I am still just a shade under 2 seconds off the pace. But I think that I can possibly get that because I'm not doing very good laps at the moment, so I can certainly improve quite a bit on what I've got right now. But I'm going to end and hopefully get a wheel spin. I know I've got a few wheel spins. I think I've got about 7 of them, so I'm going to take those very quickly before I shut the video down, see if I've got anything tasty. It's a very, very short video for me, so I might as well squeeze the wheel spins on this one. God, that car is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, how annoying. That was incredibly close to one more spin. Time spent in first place, 50 hours. That's a lot of time in first place because I'm usually not in first place. I would have expected that I'd done more than 1,400 laps in Rivals, given that I usually do 50 at a time. Right then, let's have a quick look at what spins I've got available. Yeah, it was 7, I thought it was. So I'll just quickly take these. Well, I'll skip unless there's a gold. If there's something that looks good, I'll let it spin. But if not, I will be skipping. Well, not too good so far. We've got a gold in here, so I'll let it go. It's only cash though, it's 200,000. 250,000, and we didn't get it anyway. We got that with that we already have. And another gold, money again. It is 200,000 this time, I think. 190, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll skip this one. 5 grand. And last one. I'll let it spin bin, it's the last one, but there's nothing good in there. That wouldn't have been bad. The Dodge Viper, that wouldn't have been bad at all. But I got this. I quite like this car, but I've got it already, and I'm never going to drive it. I just like the way it looks because I like old cars. But I also like 22,000 credits. So there we go, guys. That's all for today. Let's have a quick look in here. See if I've got anything. I've got some gifts. Some wheel spins. Go on then, we'll take these. Oh, I love the Lotus 11. I've got it, but I love it. And it still would be nice getting it again, even though I'd immediately sell it. Right, so no. Ah, the Mercedes-Benz SL65. I like that, but I do have it, so I'll take the 105,000 credits. There was another couple in there as well, wasn't there? So give me more gifts. So some more super spins, I'll take those. Oh, and a gift car. I wonder what that is. What was the Aston Martin that went by? On the left, the gold one. I didn't really notice what it was, but I'm sure it was nice. Have a quick swig of my Coke. What an absolutely terrible super wheel spin. And we did have another one. So another couple of these. What is the car? 2011 Ford Transit Super Sport Van. Cheers, Forza. Give me something good for the end of the video. You know you want to. A Pontiac and 15 grand. Of course sell the car. I wish that was the top option so you didn't have to change. You just thump your way through the button. Well, I like that. I've got it, but I like it. And give me all this stuff then. Thanks. Do you have to actually go on them? I'm not sure if you do or not. But let's delete them all. There we go. a Ford Transit, lovely. And that's all. Right, we'll delete all these as well. Job done. Right, guys, see you in the next one. Post some times. I'll get back on there and do a marathon of 50 plus laps. I'll probably stick with the Alpha. I really, really like it, and it gives me the opportunity to drive it. So I'll take that opportunity, and I'll see if I can manage to nudge my way a little bit further up the leaderboards. But 2 seconds is quite a lot. But I definitely think that after driving around that track a few times, I can shave 2 seconds off what I'm doing at the moment. I just need a lot more practice. See you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.